Welcome back to Other Side of Wrestling. I'm Victor.
Wrath time, baby! Coming at you like a hurricane!
Yeah, what he said. Today we're going to be talking about the state of women's wrestling in the WWE.
Yeah!
Definitely in my, not even in my opinion. If you got eyeballs, the most interesting thing going on in WWE television right now is the women's division.
Most definitely, bro.
They definitely got some of the best storylines. They deliver every single time they get in the ring. This year, WrestleMania, they main event the show for the first time ever, which is super exciting. But that's the first part we want to talk about. This situation with Charlotte, Ronda, and Becky.
Now, I remember a year ago, we were pumped up, psyched up, bro, ready to take a walk on the wild side when Ronda Rousey entered. She did a great job in her tag team match. Stephanie sold like a McMahon could sell. Stephanie did a better job than Ronda, but that being said, Ronda did way better than I expected, and we were all set and pumped. Wow, we're going to have an MMA fighter take on the very best in the WWE women's. We thought we were just going to get Charlotte Flair and Ronda Rousey at WrestleMania 35.
Yeah, but then thanks to that botch monkey Nia Jax and her right hand punching Becky Lynch and breaking her fucking face, everything had to change. Because we was going to get Becky Lynch and Ronda Rousey at Survivor Series. Now Becky can't wrestle because she's got a concussion because a fucking Samoan punched her in the face. So now we have to do Charlotte Flair and Ronda Rousey.
Which was a great match, like I thought it would be.
At Survivor Series, which was a great match, but you gave it away too early. And then just, in a fucked up way, the sight of Becky Lynch with the blood on her face staring at Raw after beating down Ronda Rousey skyrocketed Lynch's popularity way higher than it already was, and it was already at DEFCON fucking 4. So now that
she deserved it. She deserved it. She
so
bust
now
her
that
butt in the
becomes
ring.
your obvious matchup for WrestleMania, because you always, you want to have the two hottest properties going at each other.
Heck yeah.
The problem is, and I'm not saying this is what they were thinking, but this is how I viewed it. So if you're coming into WrestleMania, you're gonna have the biggest match in women's history at WrestleMania. They're gonna main event for the first time. Even though Becky's hotter than Charlotte right now, how do you leave Charlotte out of that match after everything she's done up to this point?
Right.
So then they enter in this convoluted, Becky gets suspended, Charlotte gets the spot, Becky pisses off Ronda, which I'm going to talk about Ronda in a moment. And so now Ronda wants Becky, she doesn't care about Charlotte, and now they're in this triple threat situation going in. It'll probably be a great match, but it was a very weird way to get there. They could have done something a lot better. And speaking of Ronda, thank God they finally let her have a personality. I don't care if she's a face or a heel. I am enjoying Ronda a hell of a lot more now than when she first came in. Because, if you watched her in the UFC, Ronda's a shit talker. Ronda will tell you she's going to knock you the fuck out. And then normally, she's going to knock you the fuck out or tap you out. So I really enjoy this war of words, not only on Twitter, but in the ring. It's great seeing, because some people are natural heels. Randy Orton, natural heel.
But the only thing to me is I thought it stole a little bit of Charlotte Flair's thunder being the major heel, because the things that Ronda said really pissed off a lot of people, bro, really fast.
Yeah, most certainly.
She told the truth about some of the WWE fans out there. That's just the way that it is. Now, I'm always going to be the number one Charlotte Flair out there in the world. Fan of Charlotte Flair in the world, but I'm just saying, she's taken some of her heat.
Oh no, Charlotte most certainly has been Bret Harted.
Yeah. And that reference goes back to the 1997 Stone Cold Steve Austin, Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels feud that was kind of bouncing between the three when those two were those three guys were the top. Everybody keeps comparing Becky to Stone Cold Steve Austin. Well, there were some un-Stone Cold type things. Like, I would have just really loved to see Becky Lynch just spit right on Ronda Rousey for interfering in that match. Because basically, Becky Lynch doesn't deserve to be in this match. She tapped out at the Royal Rumble to Asuka. Asuka's the person I think should be in this match in the first place. Unify those women championships, because Asuka doesn't even have a match right now, bruh. And that's ridiculous, as talented as she is. But Becky Lynch snuck her way into the Royal Rumble. That's very un-Stone Cold Steve Austin, in my opinion. And then you needed Ronda Rousey's help on that one leg you brought to the ass-kicking contest to even beat Charlotte Flair in the first place. And then you just sit there smiling.
Yeah, it is.
I would have liked to seen her spit on Ronda or something.
Yeah, that is true. You know, they taking some steam out of Becky's sails going in. I don't think enough to hurt, but you did make a great point with Asuka. Last time we talked about the WWE Championship not mattering as much as it used to be. It's not nearly in as bad a shape as the SmackDown Women's title right now.
Yeah.
I mean, the SmackDown Women's title, no one gives a fuck about it, including me right now, which is too bad because I'm a big fan of Asuka.
That's because you took the two big ladies.
You took everybody
them.
away. And that's my only problem with this. I'm fine with Becky replacing Charlotte in the feud with Ronda Rousey going into WrestleMania, but why in the hell they didn't take this newly healed Charlotte and pit her against Asuka, the woman she beat last year at WrestleMania.
An awesome match, bro.
An awesome match. And it's a natural storyline. Asuka was the undefeated Empress until she came up against Charlotte, and every time they've been in the ring with each other since then, Charlotte's basically beaten the shit out of her. So you got a great storyline going in. I mean, I understand you wanted to give Charlotte the main event spot. She deserves it. But Asuka's just kind of left out in the fucking cold, messing around with Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose. No disrespect from them, but it's a fucking step down from fighting with Charlotte and Becky Lynch.
Yeah, I'd say the best that Becky could have hoped for was getting a match and getting her butt handed to her by Asuka. But somehow they're going to want to do this triple threat match. I don't know.
Anyway, moving on now to some tag team stuff. We got the mix up with Beth Phoenix and Bacha Jax and Natalya and Tamina getting involved in there. Now, I didn't know if maybe they were going to go one-on-one with Beth and Nia, or they're going to do a tag team. Looks like they're going to do a tag team match, but that's pretty exciting. I'm looking forward to seeing Beth Phoenix get back in the ring.
Now, which brings the question to me, bro. How long is WrestleMania 35 going to be?
Very true.
Like,
but
WrestleMania 4, I think, has the biggest card of all time. I think there's like 17, 19 matches in that one.
But, it makes sense. It makes sense for the WWE to recognize that right now, the women's wrestling, some of the best shit they got. And my question with Asuka is they're teasing this feud or this dissension between Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose. Could we get 2 triple threat women's matches at WrestleMania? With Asuka defending against Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. Because right now, that's the only storyline she's involved in.
I'd like to see them turn that one into a fatal 4-way then. Bro, you can't have 2 women's titles, 2 triple threat matches. I guess you could do anything, but I think the other match has got to be different. Like, maybe do a ladder match or something. Do something fun or something like that. I don't know, bro. They can't do 2 triple threats for women's championships. But again, like, there's only one women's tag team championship. I think they need to unify the women's belt. I think the women need their own show, bro. That's the bottom line. Because this part of this problem, now I know that Becky and Charlotte, I think part of the reason that's going to take place is I'm very suspicious that Ronda Rousey isn't going to be around very much longer after WrestleMania. That's just me. I think that's why they had to shoehorn these 2 matches in, because I don't think they were going to get another opportunity. I don't think Ronda's in it for the long haul. Same problem I have with Brock Lesnar. I'm just here for a little while.
Well, possibly, nobody knows what someone's going to do from one day to the next. I think Ronda's going to stick around, especially, I don't know if she enjoys being a heel, but she's damn good at it.
Hell no, she don't enjoy being a heel. She was all sorts of butthurt. You could tell by her face when she was talking crap to all the WWE fans, how she did all this and screwing the woo and all that stuff. And let me tell you something. I'm all behind you telling people the truth, Ronda, and being you. But you ain't never going to be a bigger heel than Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair knows how to own that shit.
Well, it's true. I mean, but look who her father is,
That's
Ric
right.
Flair, greatest heel of all time. And we're going to talk about him next time when we talk about WrestleMania 35.
Yeah, bro.
A lot of shit going in.
Crazy
As
train.
I said, so
Heading
many
right to
matches.
it.
How long's it going to be?
WrestleMania in New Jersey, not New York. Give me a break, bro. I mean, I don't even get it.
Fuck is wrong with Jersey?
Corey Graves just need to shut the F up. He don't even know where WrestleMania is at. He's going to be really disappointed when he lands in New York and he's just standing there. Well, where's WrestleMania? Can't stand that, bro.
You ever think maybe they told him the wrong venue?
Yeah, because they don't want Corey Graves to be there. Wrath time, baby. Wrath time.